Yeah.
Thumbs up, folks. You don't want to have a phone call when you're listening to me. You probably do.
Okay, are we all ready?
What have you like that?
That's as best as we can do, actually.
Okay.
These two, for some reason, are a bit. I should have turned the way to the wall.
Yeah.
They need to be moved further along that rack. It's too late to do that. Oh, that one on the back can go around, actually. Any different?
Do you think there's a bit of fussing going on?
That was my first poem. It was called Patrick, for fuck's sake.
That's it. The technology works. Almost. Okay, so welcome to Dodo Modern Poet. Tonight it's a book launch of my new book, which is on sale here tonight at the special launch price of just £5. Thank you. I'll be reading some of it later on, but first of all we're going to have some fantastic guest readers who are all good friends of mine and worked with many poetry shows over the years and different collaborations. So to tell you, if you haven't come to the Poetry Cafe before, just to let you know, in case you haven't already spotted it, the bar's upstairs, the loos are through to the back. Management asked us not to take drinks out during the interval because there's a problem with the licence if you drink in the street here apparently. So apart from that, drink as much as you can. It keeps the Poetry Society coffers filled up just that little bit more. The show will be 3 poets going to read in the first half, and there'll be a 20-minute interval. Then I'm going to read, and that's your lot. But first off, I'd like to introduce Mr. P.R. Murray. P.R. Murray is a member of the Dodo Modern Poets Collective. I've worked with Pete for many years in different poetry projects, Worthless Words and Tongue Circus. He also has a book on sale called The Glowing Night Soil of the Concealed Emu. Emu. So, how much has this been?
I don't know, £4.
£4, he thinks.
Or nearest offer.
Nearest offer, yeah. So I'll hand you over to the very capable hands, voice and hat of P.R. Murray.
Thank you. I'd like to follow my second poem now. I did a poem while you were out, Patrick. It was good. Patrick, for fuck's sake. And this one is called Launder Drama. It's about how not to dry a baby. Drama, drama, drama in the laundrorama. Man came in, put a baby in the spin dryer, heard the little bleeder yell till he shut the lid. Woman there said, yeah, you can't put that in there, it's not for humans, it's for clothes. It won't work with one of those. He had a doubt, took it out, put it in his pocket, and then he shamefaced out. Laundry lady sat and stared, censor eyes and buff on air. I told him, yes, I said you was there, and so was Ethel. Can't dry them, they're much too brittle. Machine stops and starts to whistle. No, can't dry them, can't dry those. Must be foreign, I suppose. Everybody knows if you put them in a spin dryer instead of by a gas fire, babies get morose. I think the other thing I like writing about, I don't write much about babies at all, that's the only one. But I write quite a lot about animals, menswear, things like that. So this one is about animals. I am an eagle, I live in a zoo, I don't like it much, neither would you. I sat on my perch, I glared down at crowds, I dived in my mind between dreamed clouds. I sat on my perch and I stared at the wall, but I saw a sky with no bars at all. I sat on my perch, I shat on the floor. I tried to imagine what it feels like to soar. Then, God of eagles, made good luck for me. One unlocked moment, enough to fly free. Life without a cage was too short and sweet. Wide London sky, killed dogs to eat. I sat in my tree, didn't know what to feel, kept dreaming of bars and regular meals. I sat in my tree, alone with the sky. I saw a warm cage, I'd no wish to fly. I sat in my tree, I knew I was tamed, made no move to escape when the dark gun was raised. I am an eagle, I live in a zoo. I don't like it much, neither would you. And now for a simpler form of animal I'm about to transform myself into. I thought I had a foolproof way of not... Anyway, never mind. A simpler form of animal. I am the compost. I rot in a heap. I rot when you wake. I rot when you sleep. I have no body nor brain. Instead, I am the living that lives on the dead. Potato peelings, garden cuttings and tea bags. Or a philosopher's head wrapped up in a sack. It all came from compost. I bring it all back. All organic, transformed. That's what I do. I am the compost. Soon you'll be too. And this... It's a stirring call to political action addressed, a couple of you may know the person I had in mind when I was writing this. It's no good retreating into your shell like an armadillo, shutting your small door or portillo behind you on the basis of some peccadillo and sitting the amontillado of which you are an aficionado. You can't just shut yourself away in there. You've got to get out here. Things are happening everywhere. Biff, baff, boff, it's all going off. It'll come down back round our ears, my dears. So get out of the cave, Dave. Get off the hill, Jill. Get out of your shack, Jack. Get out of your cupboard, Farid. You can no longer be as uninvolved as a tunnelling mole, so get out of your hole, because worm eating is not the answer. Collective worm farming under democratic workers' control after the overthrow of capitalism is. Okay, now we're on to menswear. Trousers. I want telepathic and telekinetic trousers now. I want truths that can think. I want strides that don't shrink away from the intellectual effort of obeying my unspoken commands that climb up my legs smoothly and coolly without a word from my mouth or a tug from my hands. I want leg wear that's always there when I want it and never there when I don't. As a youth, I never thought of trousers in terms of on and off, but age and arthritis have changed the nature of the leg-cladding game. Getting dressed and undressed is now a ruthless 15-round wrestling match as I curse and swear and sometimes tear at those obstinate tubes of cloth. My feet get stuck inside them. My knees go crick and crack. I clutch at the wall in case I fall like a tortoise onto my back. But tortoises don't wear trousers. They have more sense than aged old apes. They go around nude, as perhaps I should, or wear a skirt or a kilt or a cape instead of fighting my trousers in a daily attritional war which I can't win and neither can they until we exist no more. I'll be cremated in my trousers, together flesh, bone and cloth will burn, and till the trousers and I can both rest in peace in a tasteful funerary urn. Now I'm going to sing about another piece of menswear. My Mac is immaculate, its colour is beige. It makes other Mac owners feel jealousy and rage. My Mac is immaculate, it makes me so suave. All other Mac owners want a Mac like I have. My Mac is immaculate and almost waterproof as well, and words can only just express the Mac way it Mac excels. And when I walk beneath a bridge, the pigeons do not poo. The birds are so impressed with my Mac, they just keep saying The people who wish to make you buy are scabless, clean and smiling, without discharges, problems or pimples. They sell you frozen slices from their nice lives. They do things for their nice husbands. They provide things for their nice wives, and by some unseen process reproduce perfect model children who smilingly consume bowls of cereal and sometimes have plasters caringly stuck on them. The parents travel every evening on deserted roads in new cars across the high Sierra to dinner parties where character actors recommend brands of sherry to them. They can go on holiday whenever they want. They use soft toilet paper but they never shit, and the worst thing that can ever happen to them is a headache which pills instantly cure. I wish my life could be like theirs, but no matter how many things I buy, I've still got discharges, problems, pimples and an egg stain on my shirt, and I always keep falling over whenever I try to run down a beach in slow motion. The things I buy get tarnished by my life. Perhaps it's because I pay for them. The people in the adverts never do. And I'll just finish off now with two little seaside songs. One about my friend who's come up on the beach. He's called Stinky the Dolphin. Stinky the Dolphin's come to play. He washed up on the beach today, and on the strand he rots away. Whiff, 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 Stinky. Stinky the Dolphin's come to play. He used to frolic in the waves, but that's no way for a corpse to behave, so now he decomposes. He used to click and squeak in the foam, as all around the seas he'd roam. But above the tide line is his new home. He's become a seagull's restaurant. His bones are exposed as he turns to slime. He could outswim the tide, but he couldn't beat time. And as I hold my nose, I wonder when I'm going to be joining Stinky. And I now end on the stirring note of the what probably ought to be called the crawling anthem rather than the marching anthem of the Lobster Liberation Front. Listen people, don't eat lobsters, you never know where they have been. They have crawled underneath seas and seen things you've never seen. Listen people, don't eat lobsters, you never know where they have been. They've seen sharks having a laugh, they've seen the big squid having fun, and they have learned from schools of mackerel beneath the light of a watery sun. Yes, these crustaceans got deep emotions as they crawl on ocean floors. Lobsters have codes, lobsters transmit, lobsters kiss with their strong sharp claws. So now people, don't eat real lobsters, just feast your eyes on the plastic lobsters hanging from the Tudor beam, and let the real ones live contented, seeing things that you've never seen. Thank you.
Lobsters everywhere will be clacking their little claws together in, happiness at hearing the sentiments of that great liberation song. So more applause please for P.R. Murray. And thank you for being one of my guests, Pete. I feel like, I don't know, Michael Parkinson or somebody has people on sofas and introduces them. Anyway. Maggie's on the sofa, but she's one of the audience tonight. She's actually a very good poet, and hopefully she'll be back here before long. Now, I want to introduce our next poet, and I hope the microphone is at the right height. If not, we can wrestle it a bit once you get up here. But Lisa Hitchen is a very fine poet who I've known for many years as well. I think she's really started writing pretty seriously in the last 3 or 4 years.